When President Obama went to Dover Air Base to receive the remains of Americans killed in Afghanistan, 8 of the caskets carried soldiers killed by roadside bombs. More than 75% of combat deaths in Afghanistan are caused by IEDs.
Buffalo hit.
So the American military has set up elite search and destroy units to find them first.
What skill does it take to do your job?
Honestly, I'm from Michigan, so I love to hunt, and that helps a lot.
So whether it's hunting deer in Michigan or hunting IEDs in Afghanistan, same skill set.
Roger.
The movie Jurassic Park was the story of a dinosaur resurrection experiment gone wrong, and to the rescue came paleontologist Alan Grant.
You consulted on that movie.
I did consult on all
and
those
they
movies.
said the guy Alan Grant was you.
Jack Horner is the real-life Alan Grant, a prominent paleontologist who believes his team has made one of the most dramatic dinosaur discoveries yet, and it wasn't just bones.
She said she dissolved the bone away and there were blood vessels, and I was like shocked.
I got to tell you, this is not like any part of Iraq I've ever seen before. But it is Iraq. A magical part of Iraq where many biblical scholars place the Garden of Eden.
There.
Oh, look at that. We have entered another time. But Saddam Hussein saw this ancient civilization as the enemy and tried to wipe it out. Saddam was using water as a weapon.
The world was looking for weapons of mass destruction, and the evidence was right under its nose.
I'm Steve Croft.
I'm Leslie Stahl.
I'm Bob Simon. I'm Morley Safer.
I'm Byron Pitts.
I'm Scott Pelley. Those stories and Andy Rooney tonight on 60 Minutes.
Last month was the most lethal yet for American forces in Afghanistan, and most of the Americans were killed by the deadliest weapon in the enemy's arsenal, the roadside bomb, or IED, an improvised explosive device. IEDs killed more than 40 American and coalition forces in October alone, up from 5 2 years ago. In response, the U.S. military has gone on the offensive. Search and destroy missions are carried out across Afghanistan by a small army of elite units called Task Force Paladin. Only volunteers are allowed to serve on Paladin teams because the mission is so dangerous. It was after midnight last month at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. President Barack Obama went to the base as America's war dead came home. 8 of the flag-covered caskets contain the remains of Americans who have been killed by roadside bombs in Afghanistan.
It's been a terrorist tool of choice for many, many years.
A terrorist tool?
Absolutely.
Colonel Jeffrey Jarkowski was in charge of Task Force Paladin when we visited Afghanistan.
Look at us. We can kill, we can maim, we can destroy when we want to, and the Americans can't stop us.
That's their intent, yes.
We'll have front team again to the west and rear team to the east. Over.
The colonel says his squads are having more success finding those bombs. We spent 2 days on the road with Army Captain Dave Foster and his Paladin team. They were on patrol for less than an hour when they discovered their first bomb. It would not be the last.
The IED that we found had a 107mm rocket connected to a command wire. As the team was doing dismounting and ops, they found the command wire. A 107mm rocket has approximately about 8 pounds of explosives in the warhead.
They spotted it near a family's home. Staff Sergeant Max Cabrera found and then disconnected the command wire or detonation wire, disabling the bomb. 6 Paladin soldiers have been killed in Afghanistan since 2008 on similar missions. Despite the risk to himself, Cabrera picked up the bomb, and to avoid civilian casualties, he carried it behind that abandoned building and blew it up.
You get scared, but when you got so many things going through your mind, you just don't even know what to concentrate on sometimes. So.
You are scared?
Yes, sir. Everybody is. Let you know you're still alive.
Being scared lets you know you're still alive.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Cabrera is 26. His home is on the island of Saipan in the West Pacific.
You talk fast.
Yes, I do, sir.
But I guess in your business you got to think fast too, right?
Roger, sir.
What does it take to do that job, you think?
A belief that you're making a difference, and a little bit of craziness.
A little bit of crazy goes a long way in Afghanistan.
Yes, sir, it does.
In World War II and Korea, artillery and shrapnel killed more American troops than any other weapon. In Vietnam, it was small arms fire. Here in Afghanistan, it's the roadside bomb that has caused more than 75% of the deaths of American and coalition forces. We were in eastern Afghanistan, host province, walking distance from the Pakistan border where many of the bomb makers are trained.
You guys know the threat. There's a lot of stuff going on up there.
On this mission, the Paladin Squad was working with a Michigan National Guard unit to clear bombs from roads in the area. It's called Route Clearance Patrol, and there are 35 of them in Afghanistan. The Pentagon plans on sending 13 more this winter. Specialist Christopher Parsons has been a guardsman for 3 years.
I love the pressure.